We'll have to do it on Thursday back there sometime.
All right, man. Here we are, recording
Yeah.
this thing for the third time today for the technical issues, but we'll get through it.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it. Week 6, NFL season, Minions opinions, coming off another successful week, going 5-2. A couple blips on the radar, but overall a winning week, which is all we're signing up for. So good stuff. Play of the week, man. Actually, hold on. Let me do a recap of where we're at. So 5-2 last week. I think we're on a 26-5 run, if I'm not mistaken, and sitting around 60% for the year. So we're continuing to hit those anchor bets. Good stuff's happening, and let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, man. We're on a huge run, 26-5. Team, we're even doing this for the third time today. We're trying to give you some free picks here. What are we doing here? So it's come on for the ride. We're doing well. We got caught in the first week, but we're back. We're doing well. Huge run. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Yeah, man. So week 5, let's break it down for a sec. Pick of the week was the Lions. No sweat game, right?
No, 20-point winner. They were up 14-0 early. 28-7, I think, by half. Game was a wrap real quick.
Yeah, and then the two blips from last week. One was the Pats, where I think we've just learned that the Pats are junk. Where they can't score points, they can't defend. We're just not going to touch them for the remainder of the year. And then our beloved Bills went to London, England, against a team that was sitting there just primed and ready to go for 3 weeks, and the Bills put up a bit of a stinker. So, it happens. That's just the way it goes. But as long as we are winning the majority in those anchor bets, we're still in good shape.
Killing it. It really sucked going the 0-11 to start when we really should have hit it and gone 8-3. But man, we've ripped it off. Like, this is good. So 5 weeks in a row. Sorry, 4 weeks in a row. 2, 3, 4, 5 we've hit. But 26-5 run. Let's go. We're capitalizing when we hit the pick of the week. That's the main thing. You got it when you hit it. You can't go like 4-3 or 3-4. You just got to roll, and we're doing it.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's jump into week 6, man. What do we like? What's the play of the week?
The anchor is those dirty, dirty little Bears. Wow. We are going back to that garbage team. I like it. I think the offense is coming around. I like that it's an interdivision game. I like we're catching Minnesota without Justin Jefferson. Yep. I think this game, we keep it within 10. It's going to be cold, wet, gross. I love it. I think it's just enough. I think the Bears actually win this game straight up, but I don't have the balls to put that and put your guys' money on the line. You know I don't play with your guys' money. I always go the best value. We're catching the Bears at a plus 10 here. Even if it's a plus 2.5 for some of you guys and you get it to the 9.5, I still love it. I really like the 10, but I'll play the 9.5 either or. But we got the plus 3 right now. We're going to take the plus 10.
Okay, awesome, man. And Chicago's at home, right?
At home, they're coming off a good week with Washington. The offense is really woken up. You have Justin Fields, he's got 800 yards passing. He's looking like a top quarterback again. I just think they're not great, but they got to keep this game within 10 points with Minnesota. I
agree with you. I think it's more so that I don't trust Minnesota to do much without Jefferson going off, right? Like, it's not going to be Kirk Cousins to Jordan Addison going for 150 yards. It's not going to be Addison running down our throats for 200. So I think you're there. I don't know if I would take Chicago to win straight up. Yeah, but I do think it's going to be close. I do think it's going to be within 10 either side. Sure. So.
Yeah, I really feel that way. 10's a safe bet. The best value that's screaming off the board to me now. When I saw the plus 3, right? If it was a pick 'em, maybe Chicago plus 7, but seeing that plus 3 and getting it at 10 points and getting 2 scores here, team, I love it. We're going right there.
I feel like it's going to be a bit of a sweat fest game, but I mean, what are you going to do? They all can't.
Nothing's easy, man. I wish it was easy. Nothing's easy in this bloody league. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. All right, man. Okay. So that's the anchor. What are we pairing it with?
Okay, here we go, team. We ready? First game, Seattle. We're taking them from a plus 2 to a plus 9.5. They are in Cincinnati. They get this job done. The Bengals looked good, but not great against Arizona. Remember, that was a crappy Arizona team they were playing. They finally put up points. Seattle covers a 9.5 here in Cincinnati. Brings Burrow back down to earth with this injury. Houston, we're taking them from a +1.5 at home to New Orleans to a +8.5. This is going to be a dirty, grimy game. Take the home team. They get it done. This is the second week in a row New Orleans is on the road. We'll be fine here. Washington, we're taking Washington from a +2.5 to a +9.5 at Atlanta. I don't trust Atlanta. They barely beat Houston last week. They shouldn't have beat them. They beat them by a couple points. We're getting this Washington team. I think that Chicago loss is a real wake-up call for them. They learned their lesson here. They cover a 9.5 in Atlanta, no problem. We're taking Indianapolis from a +3.5 to a +10.5. This 2-week travel with Jacksonville and going to England, then coming home. I don't know what team we're going to get, but I will take Gardner Minshew and these new look Colts at a +10.5 in Jacksonville any day. And then we're taking Miami from a -13.5 down to a -6.5. Just got to get me one score. They're home to Carolina. We just saw that Detroit team that I played beat them up by about 20 plus points.
Yes.
Miami will do the same thing here, team. Then we're going to the Rams. The Rams are at home. We're taking them from a -6.5 down to a pick'em or a +0.5 at home to Zona. This essentially is the Rams' season on the line. They lose this, they're done. This is their only chance. They got to win these games and make them up, especially at home. Cooper Kupp's back for a second week. We roll here. And finally, we're taking the Bills from a -14.5 to a -7.5. Bills roll this Giants team. Daniel Jones has been ruled out. We have Tyrod Taylor, which actually might help the Giants a bit. But you got an angry, pissed off Bills team that's coming home, wearing the color rush reds. They smack around the Giants on Sunday night.
On Sunday night.
That's it. That's seven plays. I like them.
All right, man. You blipped out a couple times. Give us the recap again.
Hey, recap again, team. If it went up, Chicago is across the board. We're going Chicago, Seattle, Chicago, Houston, Chicago, Washington, Chicago, Indianapolis, Chicago, Miami, Chicago Rams, and Chicago Bills. All 7-point teasers. Chicago's your anchor on every one.
Awesome. All right, man. Let's do it.
I'll post the plays on Facebook again if anything was confusing, just so we can see.
Yeah, it's the same thing on Instagram. Like us, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube at Minion's Opinions. All right, let's do it. That's a wrap for week 6.
Thanks.